Katie. Welcome. Thanks for spending time with me today.
Hey, Ashley, thank you so much for having me. So excited.
So, Katie, tell me about what you're doing right now in the world of pickleball.
Oh my gosh, so many things, Ashley. So, like you all at Court Reserve, My Journey Pickleball has been moving and shaking this year. My Journey Pickleball owns DUPR Coach, which is the credential that gives coaches the ability to DUPR rate players. And then we also own the My DUPR Coach app, which is the inbound platform where that coach assigned rating lives.
Tell someone who may have never heard of DUPR how that plays out. What is DUPR and why is DUPR Coach important?
Well, one, in pickleball, I would be very surprised if someone's never heard of DUPR, right? DUPR is the language of pickleball. It's the dynamic universal pickleball rating system. So what it does is it gives players the opportunity based off of how they perform holistically, especially with their newest algorithm update, holistically what their skill level is and what the right level for them to play at is. So it really gives players a reference point for open play, tournaments, leagues, etc., to where it makes the matches competitive and fair and fun, and it doesn't have any lopsided, or it aims to not have any lopsided games.
So I know that before when we at Old Coast Pickleball would have somebody come in and we would tell them, do you have a DUPR number and get that DUPR number? And we would say, well, you probably need to play so many matches in order to get that DUPR rating. How is that different now with DUPR Coach?
Yeah, no, that's great. So if anyone has played golf before, there's the GIN handicap system, right? So that used to operate off of recording 20 plus rounds of golf. They then moved towards 10 to get more data. But typically, prior to DUPR Coach existing and prior to the DUPR, the coach assigned rating existing, to get a DUPR, a rating, all you would do is log one match. Now, you could have done that from tournaments, open play, anything, recreational, community level, and that is how you'd get your DUPR rating. Now, with DUPR Coach and the coach assigned rating, all a player needs to do is sign up for an in-person rating session or upload film to the My DUPR Coach app, and then one of our credentialed coaches will assess a player's pickleball skills and performance, and then is able to generate a rating based off of their performance.
Wow. So if a club, pickleball club, I'm just opening a pickleball club, let's say, and I want to incorporate this into my own club, what does that look like for me as an owner or director at a club?
Yeah, absolutely. So we found statistically that clubs that incorporate DUPR in general, they have healthier engagement with their members. They have healthier membership and retention. It's just a win-win for them. So we would suggest doing something like DUPR 101. You could bring players in, give them an education on what DUPR is, why the system's important, why it's important to have a common language of what rating you are and where you should be on the court. This can start with, again, then the coach assigned rating to where you can bring members in. They can get assessed by a coach. This is also a great tool to get your staff introduced, to create engagement, to hopefully bring players in for lessons. But they would start with a coach assigned rating, and then they'd work their way up to achieving their DUPR goal. We've seen like pretty much a 3-5 is really the level to where they become sticky. They've bought their paddle, they're ready, they're playing consistently over multiple times a week, etc. And then they can move on to logging matches, playing in leagues, etc. But really, this is like DUPR's way of making it customizable for what the player wants and needs. We have a lot of country clubs that utilize the coach assigned rating where that demographic of player, they don't want to log matches, but they need to have a language and they need to know what courts that they should be on when. So the DUPR coach is able to go in and assess the players, give them a language, a common language of a DUPR rating, and allows them to have, again, a seamless community to where no one's playing in matches that they shouldn't be or ruining or not having a fun time.
Yeah, because we're all 4 O's, right?
Um, Actually, if you tell me I'm not a 4-5, I'm gonna be upset. I am I am a 3-5 at best after playing about an hour. Ashley, I'm not it, but it's okay. I'll cheer from the sideline.
There you go. That's all right. So, what is going on in your life this summer and this fall? What are some things you're looking forward to attending, or clubs you're going to, or tournaments? What are you guys up to?
Oh my gosh, scale, 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 right? So we're firm believers in DUPR, obviously. We have two products that really heavily support them. And we know that when players are DUPR rated, everyone in the pickleball community benefits, especially club owners, coaches, paddle manufacturers, equipments, tournaments, etc. When you can get a player DUPR rated and then improve their skill level, It just it raises the GDP of pickleball, right? Like they buy more paddles, they go and watch the MLP and the PPA events, etc. So what I'm looking forward to this summer is, running around and getting every club, hopefully, country clubs, individual clubs, franchises, etc., into the DUPR coach community to where they can then rate their players and help everyone in the pickleball industry benefit. We've gone to the Racket X City Series. That was fantastic. We love the Directors Club relationship. We just signed a really great deal with the RSPA. We work with PPR. We get the benefit as DUPR Coach in the My DUPR Coach app of being Switzerland and being able to help everyone win. So we're looking forward to attending multiple events and just spreading the good word about what we're doing.
That's awesome. So if you could pick any player in any sport, not necessarily pickleball, and you had to play a sport with this person as your doubles partner, whether it was tennis or pickleball or padel or squash, who's the player and what would you play?
Oh, I would pick. I started in a soccer background, so that's where my coaching comes from. I played soccer throughout my youth career and collegiately as well. So I'm a soccer coach at heart. I would pick a soccer player, and I would pick one of my really good friends, Carson Pickett. She's a professional player for the Orlando Pride. So I think one, I would play with her because we would have a great time and it would be hilarious. I don't know if she's ever picked up a pickleball paddle in her life. I need to definitely get her a duper. Uh, and I would have her as my doubles partner. And we're also extremely competitive. So I could feel that it would absolutely be a great use case for why the coach assigned duper exists and why duper exists, because we would be playing, no doubt, people that would absolutely school us, but we'd have a good time and then we'd get mad at each other for not performing well.
I love it. That's great. That's a great answer.
Winners win, Ashley. Like we want to win, but like have we done enough to warrant a win? No.
Right. That's exactly right. How long did you play soccer?
Oh, my entire life. So I played competitively throughout my youth career. I played in college, and then I in my prior job to joining My Journey Technologies, which is the holding company over My Journey Pickleball, I was a college soccer coach. I coached at Army West Point. I coached at the University of Florida, well, Quincy University, Western Kentucky University, kind of bounced all around the country coaching soccer. So it is near and dear to my heart.
So, if you had some advice for a new coach that wanted to enter a sport, now coaching for soccer is your background, but you're heavily involved in pickleball now. What's a piece of advice you would give a coach?
You have to love what you do. And that would cross over to everything that we're doing, whether now the transition into tech and to pickleball and to coaching and to any job that you see what you're doing. If you want to be good at what you do, you're going to work hard and you're going to work long hours, right? And so, I mean, I'm sure, I mean, I see you and Tim and your whole entire CourtReserve team everywhere in the country working your butts off, spreading the good word about CourtReserve, right? But if you didn't love what you were doing, that would become a lot more tedious and a lot harder and a lot more of a lift than what someone that is passionate about what they're doing it would be. So if you're a young coach, if you're an old coach, if you're any kind of person doing anything, especially coaching, you got to make sure that your heart's in it for the right place and that you love what you do. I absolutely think that is what drives people to be successful. And it also gives people reasoning for what they're doing.
I love that. That's great. Well, thanks for joining me today.
Of course, Ashley, thank you so much for having me. We really appreciate it. And DUPR Coach and My DUPR Coach app and My Journey Pickleball, we absolutely love our relationship with CourtReserve. You guys are awesome, and we couldn't be more excited for more future opportunities.